Alright, guys, day 7, so let's talk about Deathgasm, which is a 2015 New Zealand horror movie, Australian, and it's one of those that I just saw was on Joe Bob Briggs' Late Night Drive-In, so I've been watching that, like I said, recently in my last video. So I thought, I'll put this on my 31 days, because this one I thought looks kind of interesting. It reminded me of something like Trick or Treat from 1986, where it's related to the same thing with heavy metal, with horror heavy metal. And this one is similar to like something like the Evil Dead, where like these characters are in a band and they like accidentally summon a demon, but they have to reverse it as well, while trying to stay away from these villains. So it's partially like the Evil Dead with like the summoning something and then trying to save the day. So it's interesting because this one, at first watch, like whenever I was watching it for like the first 20-30 minutes, I was really thinking, this is pretty whatever. But it's one of those movies where as it went along, I really really enjoyed it more. It wasn't a case where like I there's some movies where like I'll enjoy part of the movie, and this at first I was like, oh no, it's just not that interesting to me for the first like half hour. But as it went along, I really thought that it got way better and way more interesting. It's pretty much a horror comedy in a way, because it's got a lot of silly stuff in it that I think is fun for the genre. It's very much it's a gore fest. I think the gore in this is really fantastic. I think it really sold me as it went along. And then there's of course some silly moments which are fun, where like characters are fighting each other with giant dildos, like stuff like that. I thought made it fun, but it's not one for like story that I was interested in, because honestly, for the beginning of the movie, the thing I was so uninvested in was the characters. I was really didn't care about them at first. I thought they were all pretty boring, but as it went along, I liked them a little more. But the movie is definitely more of a style over substance for me, even though I know it feels like it's got an okay story to it. But I think I'm definitely more into the substance or the style over substance in this movie, because I really like the gore. I liked how they used the music. I liked how it's a metal horror movie. I thought that was fun. And honestly, I think I enjoyed it more than Trick or Treat from 1986. I think I watched that for the first time last year, and I liked it, but I didn't love it. I thought it was just fine. Like, it was serviceable, but it wasn't anything that I thought was super special. And this one, I think I like a lot more just for the effects. I think the music I like more. I liked how the tone in this one was way more fun. I thought that in both films the characters are kind of boring, but I felt like in this one, I guess I liked him a little more. But as I said, like the movie went along, I did like the characters a little more, but I still was never truly that interested in them. Like, I thought that they were all pretty boring. And at first, the main character, I was like, oh no, this character who's making fun of his friends that he's friends with, they're all geeks. And then he finds a new band, or finds a metal band, and they play, and then he becomes what he wants to be. Like, instead of being with dorks, like at first it was kind of annoying the way he was talking about how his friends are nerds. I don't know why it bothered me, but I was just kind of annoyed with that. But just like I said, as it goes along, it gets a little more interesting for me, like especially for just being fun and gory and over the top. Like I said, the characters are nothing to that really interested me, or I can really honestly remember, and I just watched this a day or two ago. Um, I really don't remember much about them, honestly. But like I said, it's got some great gore. That's all I can really say about it. The gore's really awesome, and I felt like it gave enough to where I remembered that part of it. But the character part of it, I was like, nah, I don't remember any of that. But I thought it was still a serviceable, fun movie. Like, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, especially for the gore. It was definitely one that I did enjoy, and I had fun with. So this is a review. I'm pretty much saying the same thing over and over again. It's fine, like in terms of like character, I guess. But like the gore is really fun and entertaining. But that's what you usually look for in a horror movie. But for me, this one just really did a fantastic job with the gore and the effects for that. But everything else is just whatever. But the gore was good enough that it kept going for me. So I recommend it. I recommend this one. I think it's a fun time. That's it for today. Stay tuned for next day tomorrow, and thank you guys for watching.